Hey guys, what's up? It's Raya, and today I have a pretty exciting video. I'm going to be showing you guys my everyday makeup look, even though I don't wear makeup every day, not even close to every day. Sometimes I feel more comfortable not in makeup at all. So I just wanted to show you guys what I would wear on like a normal day if I'm just gonna go shopping or even just go on a dinner date, because I try to keep those looks kind of simple. And I realized that every makeup look I've done on my channel has been kind of crazy. I decided to take the crazy away for a minute and show you guys what my natural, more casual makeup looks like. So that's what we're going to do today, and I'm pretty excited. Some of these products you've seen. I don't have a huge makeup collection, so a lot of products are going to be repeated throughout videos. But that also shows that you can do many different things with the products that you own. So you don't have to go buy that new palette or have to get this foundation. You can work with what you have, and that's what I'm trying to do. Not gonna drag this intro too long, so let's get right into it. First, I'm gonna start with primer. You guys have already seen this primer. I've used it many times, and I will use it many more times. So it's the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. It's just the original one, and I know some people just put it on their nose and forehead area, but I put a little bit everywhere. As you guys can see, I'm still fighting with the acne that I had in my last video. It's fine. It's just like the stuff that you just have to wait for it to go away. Like, you can't do anything about it. So just keep waiting. Now I'm gonna go into foundation. I have this Burt's Bees BB cream in the shade light to medium, and it has SPF 15 in it, which if you watched my last video, I told you how important SPF is, so this even helps you more if you want to have it in your makeup too. And my boyfriend's mom actually got this for me. I probably never would have picked it up myself, but I actually really enjoy it. So I'm just gonna put this on. And they only have like 3 or 4 shades of this, but it's so sheer that once it blends out, it can match a lot of different people. And I'm just using a sponge to blend it out. Since this is a BB cream, it doesn't have much coverage, but that's kind of what I like about it. It's lightweight. I'm not a full coverage type of girl. Someday I might be, but not yet. I enjoy still seeing my natural skin, and I just don't like the feeling of a lot of the full coverage foundations that I've tried. I mean, there's many that I haven't tried, so I never would just dismiss them completely. But for an everyday look, this is really nice because it lets your normal skin shine through. Especially if your normal skin is thriving, then this lets you show it off instead of covering it up. When I have acne, I like to lightly dab instead of like push it into my skin, because I feel like that makes it sit on top better. And I'll show you another trick I do. If I have acne, I'll just take my foundation and I'll put a little on my finger, and I'll just dab it on my finger, because then you're not absorbing any of the product, so it will sit on top of what you're trying to cover up, and then just blend it out to match the rest, and it'll sink into the skin in a little bit. I have this one spot on my nose that is, I swear it's just discolored. It's always red. I don't know if it's from wearing glasses for so many years or something, but it's always that color. So I try to match down both sides. I don't have it on this side, but to have consistency, I try to match on both sides so it doesn't look like one side has a lot more. And I even have some chin ones. My skin has not been the best lately. And yeah, that's the foundation. It's got a luminous glow. A lot of BB creams do. I just like it because it feels nice. And it has, I wouldn't say it's a bad smell. It's just a strange smell. but I think it's from all the natural ingredients that it has in it. So I kind of like the smell actually after I got used to it. So dang, I say so a lot. I'm really gonna try not to say it anymore past this point. After foundation, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. 16-hour wear camo concealer, which you have already seen too. So it's a favorite concealer I own at the moment. A little hint to what one of my future videos is going to be is that I've talked about wanting it in some of my videos, and I finally ordered it. And it was supposed to be here on Friday, but it did not come. We're hoping for Monday now. And I just put the concealer in my high parts. I don't put as much as I do when I'm putting a full crazy face on, but I still like to cover up my dark circles. I actually think they've been getting better since I started using that caffeine serum by The Ordinary, so that's exciting, but I'll update you more once I've had it for longer. And right after I put concealer on, I go straight into my powder, which is the Rimmel Stay Matte. Don't have the lid, lost it or broke it probably over a year ago, honestly. And I put it wherever I put the concealer so I don't crease. The e.l.f. concealer is definitely a more full coverage concealer, so to make this look even more natural, you can get a more lightweight concealer. There are many different types at the drugstore. This is just my favorite concealer that I own, but soon it might not be. Next, I'm going to go into bronzer, and I like to use a big brush. I don't really contour my cheeks out. As my friend Rachel would say, I bronzer. So I use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I think mine is light bronzer. And I just take the fluffy brush and carve out my cheeks. I probably have said this in every video, but I hope everyone's doing well during this time. This is so exciting to say. I finally finished all of my schoolwork, and I was a senior, so I'm graduating. My graduation is next weekend, but I'm so excited. I am graduating from Syracuse University with a bioengineering degree and a psychology minor. I am very excited to see what the world will offer me for jobs and stuff after all this is over, because a lot of companies aren't hiring, and the company that I really want to get into is taking time to decide what to do with hires still, so that's okay with me. I'm at home, I'm safe, and since I want to be in New York City, it's probably for the best that I'm not getting hired right away, because moving there in the condition that it is in could be stressful and just not safe. For the time being, I'll just stay home with my parents. If you guys would like, I think it'd be fun to make a video, the truth about engineering school. I don't know how many of my viewers are interested in engineering. Even honestly, when I was in high school, I wasn't that interested in it, but after going to school for it, it is pretty interesting, and there's definitely sides of it that I like and sides of it that I don't like, but I feel like that comes with any major that you decide to do. So if you guys would like to see my experience with engineering school, I would definitely make a video about it. I know that it's important to get women in STEM careers, because even in my 4 years at school, so 8 semesters, I only had 2 or 3 female engineering professors. And I'm lucky because my major, okay, I'm not gonna go into all that in this video because this is just about my makeup. If you want to see that video, I can definitely talk about my experience as a woman in STEM and just my engineering school experience in general, especially related to Syracuse, because even though it has its problems, I definitely did love going there. That'll be in another video. I got a little carried away. After bronzer, I'm going to go in with blush. I use the same brush that I do for powder for my blush, and I'm gonna go in with it's a mini version, but the Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in Quirky. I kind of like that name. I didn't even realize what the name was. I like to say that I'm quirky sometimes. I have my quirks. I'm just gonna put them on my cheeks. I love blush. I really love blush. There was a time where I didn't wear blush, or I wore that blush in my oldest makeup video tutorial, and that blush is not that pretty in my opinion. I like to go right over my nose too, to give me that cute pinkish nose look like I just got kissed by the sun. Now that I'm all pink and cheery and cute, I'm gonna go into my James Charles palette for my highlighter. Since I've showed you guys both of the highlights that I usually use, I wanted to show you something a little different. And I go into this shade, which is Face, in his palette, and I take my fluffy elf brush and I just use this as a highlighter instead. And it kind of gives a natural glow. I thought I would show you guys how you can use eyeshadow as a highlighter too. I've seen the video where people use a full face of eyeshadow, like they have to pick one palette to do a full face. So if that interests you and I'm up for a challenge, I would definitely do that too. I just keep asking if you guys want to see certain videos that I've already thought of doing. I like how this is a little less blinding than some of the highlights that I have, because I can go a little crazy on the highlighter. I forgot to show that I like to do this, but this takes a little bit of the natural aspect out. I like to take my sponge and just make a straight line. I don't add any extra product. I don't use powder to do it. I just use whatever was left on my sponge to do it. And then it just carves out your cheeks a little bit more. Now that I'm done with my face, I like to take some setting spray and just go in before I start my eyes. And I'm using the NYX Dewy Finish setting spray. Eventually I'll get an actual fan to do that instead of using my palettes. Now it's time to go in for eyes. So I'm just going to start with my bronzer actually. This is a trick that I've seen done before. But if you don't have eyeshadow with you, like you forgot it on a trip, you can just take the bronzer that you used on a dome-shaped eyeshadow brush and just put that in your crease, just to give some definition to your eyelids and to your crease. And honestly, for my more natural looks, I don't get this brush had orange on it. I'm disappointed in myself. I will be right back. I'm going to take the orange off because my bronzer is obviously not this orange. Okay, so I took the orange off. I grabbed a clean brush and then I put a little concealer on my fingers and just wiped it back on. There might still be a little orange, but it's okay. And now I'm gonna go in with a fluffy brush, a clean one, and my bronzer. When I was first putting it on, I was a little confused why it was getting so dark. I was like, my bronzer never looks this dark. Why is this happening? But now we see why. FedEx just drove by my house and I was wishing they had my package, but they didn't stop, so my package is not here. Has anyone else just been online shopping like it's their job? And I really shouldn't be doing it like it's my job because, you know, I don't have a job. I have just been treating myself lately a little bit because next weekend's my birthday, next weekend's graduation, so I thought it'd be nice to give myself a couple of things to celebrate since we can't really celebrate in other ways at the moment. I'm gonna be 22. That's a little strange. And I'm gonna be graduating. That's also strange. After I go in with just my bronzer for the crease, I'm going to go into my Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette. And I'm gonna go into the shade Sweet Tea. and pack it on my brush and go into the outer corner because this is definitely darker than my bronzer. For the shimmer, I'm actually going to go into my James Charles palette, and I'm going to go into Face, which is what I used as my highlighter, and So Good, which is a little bit of a deeper gold. And this also shows you that if you have any color highlighter really, but this one's a little golden, you can just use that on your eye too as a shimmer shade if you don't have eyeshadow with you. It's a trick that I've used before. I've also used blush as eyeshadow before. And since it's a natural everyday look, I just go in with my finger. I'm just gonna go back in with this brush and not add any more shadow to it and just blend in the shimmer shade. I've also been dabbling in TikTok. Don't judge me. Don't. No judgment here. Do not judge me in using TikTok, okay? I made like one of those makeup transformation, like put the brush on the camera, get full beat, and I made like making a mug cake. It was like midnight. I was like, you know what? Let's make this mug cake take 3 times as long to make just to post it into TikTok. If you want to follow me on TikTok, which I don't even know if I'll make any more, it's just Raya Darlene. Darlene's my middle name. I'll have it linked down below. I'm just trying to find things to do, alright? And I'm having fun, so leave me alone. Haters. There's probably no haters here, but if you are, leave me alone. I don't need that. Now, I'm gonna go back into my Lemonade Craze palette, back into Sweet Tea, and I'm gonna put it on my brush, and then I'm gonna squeeze it and do my lower lash line. And after I did it with squeezing it, I go in and just fluff it out a little bit without squeezing the brush anymore. Now I'm gonna go and do these brows, but I'm really only gonna draw in some of the hairs in the front, some up here, because this is where I feel like I'm missing part of my hair, and define the tail a little bit. And I'm just gonna do the same thing to the other brow. Oh, I didn't tell you, this is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and I use the shade Espresso. And that's all I'm going to fill in for brows. And I'm going to use the Essence Make Me Brow Gel. And it's in the shade Brownie Brows. Brownie Brows. Next I'm going to do mascara, and I'm using the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. This is all over TikTok. I had it before I was on TikTok. So who's the hipster now? Ew, I'm never saying that again. Anyways, I did have it before it was all over TikTok, and I like to use it on my natural eyelash days because it does give a false eyelash effect. And look at the difference. And since we are done with our face, I'm going to go back in with the setting spray. And last, I just put a lip gloss on. I'm going to go in with this Lorac lip gloss. It was part of the Pirates of the Caribbean collection that they had, and it's in the shade Me Hearties. That's so funny. That is my makeup look. My more natural, everyday kind of look. Some days I go even less than this. And most days, like I said, I just don't wear any makeup at all. Well, thank you for watching my video. I hope you liked. If you did like, give it a like down below. If you like this video or any of my other videos, give my channel a subscribe. Comment down below if you want to see any of those video ideas that I mentioned in this video, or any video ideas that you'd like me to see that I haven't mentioned, or anything you want. Like, what are you doing right now? Have you found new hobbies? Have you dabbled in TikTok? Anything you would like to talk about, I will interact with you in the comments down below. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!